Hello, how are you? This is Edith Newmeyer. How are you doing? I hope that you are doing really, really well. I want to thank all my subscribers and all the thumbs up that I'm getting. And I'm kind of really glad I separated my English and my German videos. So, but I'm really surprised. I mean, I keep getting more and more subscribers, and so more and more people are finding my videos. Today, I want to do a video again about the Gog and Magog war in Ezekiel 38 and Revelation 20. Those are clearly the same events. If you're not studying Revelation 20, then you will not understand Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel did not know when the Gog and Magog war would happen, but God revealed it to John. And that's why we always have to see two witnesses. Always. I'm seeing so many false teachers right now. So many videos coming out on YouTube about the Gog and Magog war. And most of them are false teachers. They're Zionists, Christians, they're dispensationalists, and they're futurists. It's the same thing. Dispensationalism or futurism, it's the very same thing. And they interpret the Bible, and they interpret it false. Luckily, I saw a video by Dr. Michael Heiser, and I will put it on the bottom put a link on the bottom so you can see it. I also put it on my Great Deception of the End Times Facebook group, but you need to see it. Excellent study. I have listened to Dr. Michael Heiser to various videos on various topics. I don't follow him, and there's things that I most likely disagree with him. Okay? However, this video on the Gog and Magog war was really good. He is I don't know if he's a professor, but he's a doctor. And I think he is very familiar with language, especially Old Testament language and also history, Old Testament history. Okay? I think New Testament as well, because I watched a video by him on the New Testament, actually. And it was really interesting. You should see it if you ever get it. It's why should women have long hair and men short hair? You should see that video by him, or that study. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's funny. It's really funny. But he brings some historical backgrounds that makes us understand why. But in this video, he uses the Old Testament languages, and he's comparing the word Rus, like Rus in Gog and Magog, Rus, with Russia, okay? And he came to the conclusion that there is no connection between Rus or Russia and the Gog and Magog, okay? Yes, he believes it's up, of course it says from the north, but Ezekiel also says that the people come from all over the world, okay? From 4 corners of the earth. So it's not just Russia, okay? Not just Russia. And I thought it was a very good study, so watch it. Watch it, it doesn't matter when you watch it, but watch it because he explains it so well, people. Explains it so well. And we need to understand that because right now, these false teachers, right now you can see who is teaching false end times prophecy. Everybody who says that, oh my goodness, Russia is going to take over Ukraine and then he's going to go into Israel is absolutely wrong. That is not the way it's going to happen. And I did a study, 3 videos ago. Please watch that, okay? Go to my channel and then check my videos. I think maybe 3 videos, 4 videos ago. It wasn't very long ago. I did a study on Gog and Magog. I read Ezekiel. I said clearly why not. Because, see, I saw one study. Oh my goodness, I didn't listen very long. Who was saying, oh yeah, now Israel is being gathered from all over the world, and they're coming to Israel. Yeah, but people, it's not a safe place. I would never recommend any Jew to go back to Israel. Israel is not a safe place. Come on. We're going to have a very terrible war in Israel. Okay? We've been having one war after another. And they're saying, oh yeah, the Jews are coming back. People, Israel is not coming back. The 10 tribes of Israel, they mixed up with all the Gentiles. You cannot identify. These 10 tribes of Israel are mixed amongst all the Gentiles. They didn't keep their identity as Hebrews. And people need to understand that. Just because the Jews or some of the Jews went back to Israel, okay, doesn't mean a thing. What the Bible is talking about, Ezekiel is talking about at the end when Jesus is here and all the true believers are gathered in Israel around the New Jerusalem. The New Jerusalem. Okay? Not the Old Jerusalem. The Old Jerusalem will never be rebuilt. Okay? The old ruins will never be rebuilt. It's New Jerusalem that Jesus is building. That's where they all gather. Okay? The believers, the true believers, the true Israel of God. Okay? The true Israel of God. And that's what we need to understand. Again, there's a connection between Ezekiel 38 and Revelation 20. The Gog and Magog war will happen after the millennium. That's when the people sit in safety for 1,000 years. They don't expect anybody to attack them. They don't have an army. Right now, Israel has an army. Why? Because they know they're not safe. If they would be safe, they wouldn't have an army. They wouldn't have locks. They wouldn't have walls. And people don't understand that. And they're just sitting and listening to these false teachers. And that's why I had to make this video again. It's going to be a short video just because I wanted you to listen to this Dr. Michael Heiser, and his take on who Gog and Magog is. Well, actually, he doesn't know it. Okay? Because there's no connection between Rus and Russia. Okay? There is no connection. I've heard another connection, people. I heard actually, and it was a historical documentary about Ukraine, people. Okay? Heard a documentary about Ukraine. And according to that historical account, these people from the north, actually from, I think, Finland, came down into the area of the Ukraine. And that was before Russia was even formed. Okay? So they came down, and those people were called Rus. Okay? Now, I don't know if that Heiser guy didn't know about it, and I bet he didn't know about that historical background, because he doesn't, he has Bible history. He knows Bible history, but probably not world history. But that's where I heard that word before. That was a people coming out of the high north, like Finland or Sweden. I think it was Finland. Coming down across the East Sea into the part that's today is Ukraine. And they settled there, and from there, they actually went and populated more towards Russia, today's Russia, and Moscow. But that developed even later, okay? Russia developed later. And I thought that was an interesting information as well. So Rus is from very, very north, beyond Russia, during that ancient times. So, but again, he says there is no connection between Russia, and Russia most likely probably got their name actually from that Rus, okay, from these people that came down into the Ukraine and then moved east, okay, east towards Russia. And maybe that's where that word Russia came from. But it doesn't have anything to do with today's Russia at all. If it does have anything to do, then more likely with Ukraine. But it's very important that we understand that this Gog and Magog war is going to be at the end of the millennium. And I don't understand why so many of these teachers do not read the New Testament. I don't understand it. It's unbelievable for me. But it's also unbelievable that people follow these false teachers. My goodness, they have so many followers. I know I've said that before, that these false teachers always have humongous amount of followers, right? Because they don't get sanctioned. Matter of fact, they get extra airtime by, on YouTube, extra airtime. So anyways, this is a short video. Just again, want to thank you very much for all your support, your comments. Hey, I really love to hear from you. Now that my German viewers are kind of gone, I don't get very many comments from my English viewers. I don't know why. I don't know if they're banned. I don't know. Please let me know. And people, if you have sent me, comments, I know I get comments, okay? Because there's one person that very often gives me comments in English speaking. I think he is from the Ukraine, William, and wonderful person, wonderful supporter. So, but I get very, very little comments from my English viewer, and I just hope very much that I get more feedback from you guys. Give me some feedbacks and Let me know how you're doing and what you're studying. Tell me what you're studying, because I'm always interested in learning more. I'm coming to an end because this is supposed to be a short video. I just really wanted to just let you know about this Dr. Michael Heiser and his study. But, you know, like I said, even if I don't know about these languages, the Bible is clear. The Bible is very clear that this is not going to happen. Oh, what I really want to remind you, watch the other video, and it makes it very clear where Russia is going to go if we keep pushing him. He is not going to Israel. And I think you remember me saying that. He is going towards the Rhine River. Do you know where the Rhine River is? In Germany, between Germany and France. This is where he is going to go. He is going to protect his border. Okay? He's not going to Israel because he's not going to get anything from Israel. Okay? He is going to try to protect his border. Okay? Because NATO has pushed him and pushed him and pushed him back more and more. Even though they promised to keep these countries neutral. No, now they even have biolabs right in front of his door. Okay? His border. Biolab. The U.S. has biolabs, and they admitted it. This Newland, this Victoria, I think her name is Victoria Newland, has admitted it, that the United States has biolabs in the Ukraine. They couldn't even wait until Ukraine is in the NATO. No, because they know it. Because they know that they were not supposed to let Ukraine or any of the other countries into NATO. But no, they're already using them. They're already using them. Okay? And you think Russia knows that? Of course Russia knows that. Of course Russia knows that they have biolabs right in front of their border. And now the U.S. is afraid, this Victoria Nuland is afraid that these bioweapons would fall into the hands of Putin, and then she knows exactly what Putin's going to do with it. He's going to use it. And Marco Rubio, I was so disappointed with Marco Rubio. I'll tell you right now, that guy would be a horrible, horrible president. He was running with, I think, Trump during that election, when Trump was, not this election, but the one before. And I'll tell you right now, that guy is crazy too. He is on the other side already. Okay, he is on the other side. He is on the side. I don't know if he's not a Catholic, but he is on that side, absolutely. He's then saying, you know, telling to this Victorian Union, yeah, that's what they would be doing. Russia would be doing that. So they're already stirring things up right now. Oh, Russia is going to use these bioweapons when they find them, when they get their hands on the lab. Unbelievable. If it is so dangerous, why are they not just taking the stuff out? Oh no, they leave it right there. But people, what it could lead to, it could lead to a false flag. Because that's what they have done over and over, and I'm talking about the NATO, has done over and over. People, they always put up false flags. They did it in Syria. They did it in Syria. Oh, this president, he was bombing his own people with some kind of chemical weapons. And it wasn't even the truth during Trump's time. And then they bombed them back. And then they realized, well, wait a minute, he didn't really do that. They do that all the time. Oh, see, they're already staging this false flag. Oh, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But they're preparing the people of the United States for the war. That's what they're doing. The media are preparing the United States already. I don't know. I heard today from a guy that I've known for a while, 18 years, 95 years old. And he's told me, oh yeah, Putin was attacking or bombing a children's hospital. And I'm thinking, what? I don't believe that. But that's what he said. He said they should really take him out. What? Isn't that the same scenario that we had in Iraq? The same scenario. Oh yeah, go in and get Putin. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That's what's floating around already. Go in and assassinate Putin? Oh my goodness. You know what? Putin knows what kinds of stuff is going around. And don't be surprised if he has enough and he is going to run over these countries all the way to the Rhine River. Don't be surprised if that actually happens. Remember this Elmeyer guy from Germany, the seer from Germany? That's what he predicted. And many others people predicted that Russia will come all the way to the Rhine River before NATO stops him. Through what? Bioweapon. Okay? The seer said, oh, he saw all kinds of little airplanes, but they're little ones, drones, flying into Europe or across Germany from south all the way to the East Sea. And they're throwing little packages. And afterwards, everything is destroyed. Everything is destroyed. So yeah, people, I really believe it's going to happen. I really believe so. And don't believe these false teachers that are just misleading people. They're misleading them. They don't understand how serious this situation is getting. And people, I think we're very, very close to the second coming. We're very close to the day of the Lord. We're very close to the wrath of God. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. It could actually start. The whole thing could start in September. Yeah. Why September? Remember the Feast of Trumpets. That's when the day of the Lord starts. That's when the rapture will happen. This is when the wrath of God will start. On that day. So, I'm really coming into to an end right now. I want to do some more videos on this covenant, new covenant, comparing it to the old covenant, since we're coming up to Passover. And that's when it becomes very, very relevant to understand about these covenants. All right? All righty. Let the Holy Spirit guide you always.